Here we go. She's on 5 to 7, 9 to 10 p.m. on the Range Broadcasting Fallback Productions. Talks about topics of the day and loves her country, the U.S. of A. Got her Get Right rally on tax day. Got family, country, Trump is her thing. She don't know the songs, gives Dave a hard time. Don't worry, it's fine, he's still her Valentine. Keeps us in the loop. Don't you know, sit back and enjoy the Lucretia Hughes Show.
Mac, do you see what I hear? Do you see who's sitting beside me? It's Cotton. I'm advising all y'all might want to share this show right here. Now, this is going to test the faith of the fates. You know, those three little witches over the cauldrons right about now. So I usually don't pop on and just immediately say share, because I could not say that she was coming, because a lot of stuff been going on behind the scene, drama, trash talking, sabotage, the whole nine. Mac McGregor, be ready. I don't know why the hell they got to do all that for a volunteer position that don't pay a damn thing. Start the show, Dave. What's going on, YouTube? Hey, God, family, country. What's up, OTTU Media? Respect yourself. Mac, rub your hands together. Respect yourself. We ain't playing fair, because they ain't either. Respect yourself. They lackeys on the prowl. I'm sitting here like, that don't pay you anything. Why you holding on to their life? You need to let it go. Because you ain't did that much anyway.
Go, baby.
Oh, my God. Okay, let's go ahead and say our shout outs. Well, what's up, Bob Reed? Hey, Miss Joanne. Hey, James Rennell. What's going on, Lisa? Hey, Sheila Hall. Everybody's like, ooh, yeah, it's Cotton on here. Y'all might want to, I'm going to go ahead and say share. Just share this, okay? Get some of the GOP of Georgia to pique their interest to come. Please. Get their attention. I don't care if you got to tag them. Look. I didn't pray today when it came to no cussing syndrome, okay? I just got it right here. As I always tell y'all, write in bold letters for me on every note page that I have. It's no cussing, because, you know, I'm trying to shift that paradigm. But after the stuff that they trying to sabotage people, you know, they trying to do this, give people bad names, all for a title. And power.
It's sad.
And greed. You don't get paid.
It's sad.
I mean, come on. Y'all, you held out the delegate list for how many? You want to be all like, y'all just want to be bitchy about it. I told y'all, if y'all don't start giving these grassroots people and the newbies that just coming into politics and they really feel like they can do way better than the powers that be right now, if this is how y'all gonna act, you just showing your own hand. You really are perpetrating exactly what these other parties say our internal party is all about. Now, we didn't want to go there with y'all. We just wanted the damn delegate list. We just wanted her to make sure that she was invited when there was debates. We just wanted to make sure that some auxiliaries that's within the Republican Party don't play, you know, tit for tat, or we in high school anymore. So, you know what? We knows what y'all doing. And it's sad. And I'm going to say this. That's why I said share. You need to be looking to your right and to your left, because if you think those same people that's going to have your back this time, honey, they whispering even worse than what you think you talking about me. Now, I'm going to let Surreal say what she had to say, because a couple of them today has been, oh, God, what is she going to say? It's Surreal, and she's just going to be like emotional. And honey, she got every right to damn be emotional, because I'm telling you like this. If you would have came after me like that, I would have dropped all pretenses of trying to sing Kumbaya.
Listen, there's not a devil on
Come on
earth.
over, honey. You best go ahead, Surreal Ivy.
Listen, if intimidation tactics were designed to help me, let me just go ahead and let anybody know that wants to deal with me. There's not a devil on the earth, in flesh or in the spirit, that has yet been able to intimidate me. For the scriptures say, and I believe it wholeheartedly, that every weapon formed against you will not prosper, and every tongue that rises against you shall be condemned. For it is your heritage as the saints. At least that's what Chronicles tell me. So I'm one that believes that God is who he says he is. He can do what he says he can do. So I'm not really concerned about you. What I'm really concerned about is Why do you go to the extremes? Now, I do have to tell Stuart, thank you so much. When I text you, you immediately filed back. You gave me what I needed. You gave me the delegates list, and you even put a cherry on the top and say, if you need anything else, call me. See, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to the party. See, we've got people that's been in leadership hoarding power. They're not interested in your well-being, your wishes, or the desires of the people. The concern has been how long and how many titles and how big can I make my resume? Let me make it clear to everybody. I'm not trying to build a resume. I'm trying to rebuild a party. I'm trying to reestablish the fundamental principles that caused people in 1776 to wager their lives, livelihoods, families for the cause of freedom. I am trying to redeem the blood that was shed in the Civil War that kept our union together. I am trying to strive and live out what the civil rights intended. And we are sending a notice out to the people. We're not only tired, we're not only fed up, but we're not putting up with it anymore. I have watched this party my entire life. The platform is what's persuaded me. The ideologies is what I live by. But the leadership that's been sitting at the helm don't represent what we say we are, and that is what gives credibility to what the other side says about us. Now, here's my thing. I am not one to pass judgment on somebody unless I got facts. So what I'm telling you today, try me on it, because I got it. I got it for you today. The biggest thing that I want to address, since I don't get an opportunity to ask the powers that be, I'm going to ask it right here. And I'm asking all of you that are delegates and patriots and individuals that are part of the Republican Revolution, since they don't want to answer me, since they don't want to sit around and talk with me, maybe you can take this.
Share, tag along, have fun, no hold bar, and let the spirit move you.
So my thing is, I'm going to throw the questions out, and perhaps they'll answer you more than they answer me, because I guarantee you when I sit in that seat, I'm going to get the answer. But I want us all to know where we are and where we're going. Now, a couple of things that I'm going to talk about, you guys probably already know, but I want you guys to take your anger and your vitriol back down off of the crazy, and I want you to channel it into action. I am asking for your vote. I am asking for it. I want that seat. The reason that I want that seat is because I can't tolerate it anymore. I can't sit back and keep talking to y'all about what makes me mad. I can't keep posting memes and sarcastic things on Facebook hoping that people wake up. I can't wait for somebody to do it. I got to do it. If I know so much and if I can do it, then I need to sit in that seat. So I'm asking every last one of you to vote for me, and I'm going to tell you why you should vote for me today. Every one of us that is inside of the 159 districts of Georgia has seen the chaos and disarray that this party has been in. How do you put out a 5-star program designed to generate new membership and then falter in the system that doesn't support the new membership you sought after? How do you do that? How do you promote chairmen to get out and reach the masses, and then you don't fulfill your obligation and it's 8 months later and you tell them to wait until convention? That doesn't make sense. The money that you allocated for them was designed to help the candidates. Any elections left this year?
Nope.
Do you think that could have been beneficial at the time that we had our president running for election and when we had our 2 senators running? Don't you think it'd been more beneficial at that time?
The financial reports came out. It's public knowledge.
Yo, and if you look at the financial reports, one has to ask themselves several questions. What was you thinking? What was you thinking? Now, for those of us who are not in business leadership, I want to break that report down for you just a little bit and go back and look it up as public record. It's on the FEC. You can do it. And if you reach out to me at ivy4ga.com, I'll send it to you. Answer me this. How much of the bottom line money that is in the Georgia GOP is what we call run-through money? Run-through money is what we say it was given and allocated for a particular purpose. Now, if Lucretia gives me $500 to pay a car note and she puts it in my bank account, does that mean I was $500 richer?
No, you got bills to pay.
I got bills to pay. That money's allocated. It's run through money. She ran it through my bank so I can run it through somebody else's money. So how much of that bottom line is run through money? Because there's bills still due. There's lawsuits that are filed that have to be paid. And I guarantee you it ain't $500.
And I guarantee you the campaign and the contributions and the donations ain't coming in like they saying it is. I'm just saying.
So when you measure out that fiscal report in a 2-year legacy, got a little over $50,000. That don't seem too smart to me. Don't seem too cool to me.
But we're not supposed to question
So
this stuff.
I want to know, what is the fiscal health of our party? What am I taking on June 5th? See, these are the kind of things I'm thinking about. Then I'm looking at the wonderful array of powered and passionate people that have waken up to the fact that we are in a war for our nation, piling into the party, saying, use me, here I am, we're ready to rock and roll. And you don't have people in place to fill them in with the knowledge and the expertise that they need. You didn't see it coming?
Wait. If anything, you're fighting against us. I'm going to say this because, like I said, it's out of the 159 states. This time around with the district, the mass meetings that happened, you remember me telling you it was so many newbies in all these different counties around the state. They was bewildered of why all these Trumpsters. These are the same people on January the 6th that was happening in Washington, D.C. They got on their Facebook pages and dogged out every Trump supporter, every grassroots member, the whole nine. Now, like I said, if you pay attention to what's been going on around the state of Georgia, and especially in your state, you see a massive amount of turnout of newcomers, moms, dad, people that's pissed off, fed up, taxpayers, the whole nine, going to commissioners, board meetings, they just showing up out the woodworks. So what you're not hearing, but I've been trying to tell you, there's a lot of discord in that too, because the upper echelon is getting up and kicking a football and going home because you got all these newbies coming up in there. Instead of passing the baton and doing the right thing and making sure the mantle and the party and the credence of what we stand for as Republicans be upheld, you went ahead and thought it was a cliquish club, took your books, took your football and went home. So you know what? The Robert Rules of Orders can be broke down by somebody else if they don't want to do their damn jobs. So instead of trying to fight against us and newcomers as they come in the party, you need to be go ahead and setting the example of exactly what the Republican creed and motto actually stand for. That's why I'm pissed off. We're not your damn enemy, but you keep pushing us against the back, or you keep placating or ignoring us like we are your enemies. But since this time around that you see right now that there are so many new people coming into the Republican Party, you have no other choice. You can't ignore us anymore. And by trying to ignore Saria Ivy, instead of trying to give her a fair shake on the same debate stages, just like Jason and you decide to ignore her. Not only did you decide to ignore her, she waited until today as she had to pull and send emails out and text messages to people that she knew she could probably trust to get the same stuff that some people that are already having it should not have it in the first damn place.
Well, I'm going to say...
Got your own microphone now, honey. Yes, go
I don't know how to act with this.
We're going to let you act. We're going to go ahead and pull this up, and we're going to do this. Just speak right there.
Don't touch it?
Nope, just talk.
Okay, it just looks weird and intimidating. Okay, so here's... I want to be honest.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's the deal. I do want to clarify something really, really quick. Okay? Technically, within the Republican Party, there's no such thing as a debate. Okay? Technically, it's not. What happens in the party is you have invites to meet and greets and to opportunities to share your platform and your ideologies. It has been extremely difficult to do that when things are not organized and when data is not approved. Now, again, I have to give shout outs to Stuart because I texted him 2 minutes later. He was right back. He sat there with me, made sure everything got done. See, that's the kind of effort and the kind of work that you need to have done. Here's where my struggle is. My struggle is we should have anticipated. I just can't get over this whole ideology that we want people in the party but we don't facilitate them being in the party.
Wait. Yeah,
That
what
doesn't
type of
make
people?
sense to me.
What type of people?
To be very frank and honest with you, I'd love to say it's a particular type. I'd love to say that because we've experienced different things in the party. But since I've been running for this office and this position, and since I've been examining this, I honestly believe it is a strong lack of leadership. I really honestly, at the deep part of my heart, think that we don't have any visionaries, any forethinkers. We are solidified in being reactionary, and that is never ever a good thing.
There's a lot of
to have
leadership
at the top.
and at the top, because if you're looking at our grassroots and you're looking at the people that we socialize with, or what spirit draws near spirits, there's a lot of people that are overlooked, that are sat down,
That's true.
that's disregard, that is ignored, true. That is a powerful voice within the Republican Party of Georgia, but because they cannot walk a certain fine line, they have to stand in their place and they cannot question their authority. They will never get picked. They will always be picked over. And you're losing that ground and power that you already have within Republicans. We don't care. There's Asians, there's gays, there's blacks, there's Hispanics, there's farmers, there's teachers, there's lawyers. There are strong, ethical, moral people that's not getting in there for money and power, but they want to get in there for the right way. But if you're not willing to toe a certain party line or go into some cliquish community, you would never ever step up in the position that is rightfully you're supposed to be in. And why again are you fighting so hard for a voluntary position that do not get paid?
Well, it goes back to the whole power thing. I think that we've gotten accustomed to a certain way of doing things. And our party is probably virtually about 20 years behind the curve. We are still running playbooks that were done during the Obama administration. We are still running playbooks that was done back in the Bush administration. We don't know what technology is. We think that's Facebook and Twitter. You've got stereo out there. A lot of the people that you are seeing on the Capitol with their bullhorns, they got that from TikTok. They got that from Likey. They've got that, and many people don't even know what I'm talking about right now as I'm speaking.
Social media platforms.
But these are social media platforms that are designed to give people a voice. Whether you like them, whether you agree with them, whether you are anything of the sort. With them. Do I need to back it up a little bit?
No, do you just the P's and the S's, it kills them.
Your volume is good.
Yeah, it's because I got a list. I have to if people look at me when I talk, they'll see I over enunciate my words.
Girl, it'll be all right. That's Dave. He's particular.
And so my thing is that how do you fight an organized enemy when we can't conduct the convention that we knew was going to happen every 2 years? See, that's the kind of stuff that baffles me. These are the kind of things that make me sit back and say, no wonder. I mean, like Dr. Phil, I don't ask, why did it happen? I ask, why not?
Can I respond to that? Because they thought it was going to blow over, like it always do.
Listen, they
literally
a president.
It was going to blow over, and the simple-mindedness and the short-mindedness of American people, they did not think the passion and the support and the love and the admiration that we had for the president, that wasn't just a show, because we had finally had someone that was the opposite than Bush. We finally had someone that had the qualities of the Ronald Reagan they always talked about, but had the backbone of a JFK.
Come on now.
So when they found out that it was not politics as usual, and if a man from left field, right field, way in the middle, down the line, came from nowhere with no experience to the point that they have gotten us in and changed it this much, that's leadership quality, and that's something they will never ever have. And they allowed, because they slept in the bed for a power grab, to have our nation destroyed within 4 months of everything that was built that made American first. That's why I said flip that coin over and see what side of the bed they are, because anybody that's easily to compromise the moral and value of the brand, since you want to consider the brand the Republican, when we out here on the grassroots see it a way of life, how we we live, what our thought patterns is, what our beliefs is, and it shapes everything that we hold dear to the United States of America. So here's a suggestion. All these newbies, instead of you hating us so much, won't you teach us about 1776 and why the Republican Party was actually founded, and that was for freed slaves? How about that? Why don't you talk about the Constitution of the United States? How about you starting with that? Wait. What about the Bill of Rights that you have no quarrels of siding with Kemp to take away from us for almost a damn year? Now, when we get back to the root cause of exactly what the Republican brand is supposed to stand for, you might actually get some power back. But the power has shifted back to the people where it should have been in the first place.
Now, she used the word that kind of segues into another issue that I have, and that's brand. Somehow in this party, we've turned this into a social club soiree for the rich and wealthy. That's kind of what we've turned this into. Now, I don't begrudge us for having wealth.
I don't. Yeah, thank you.
Our party didn't start out with
and
a
there's
bunch of
some
rich
good
people.
stop. That's why you cannot look at a person that has some money as a George Soros. You can't lump everybody that's trying to, just because they got a little cheddar and rich or wealthy. You can't have that mindset of that to hate them because you don't know how they got there in the first place. So right. Just because you're looking at a Bill Gates, a Bezos, a Soros, a Bill Clinton, or somebody else, that does not at all. It's the same order as the next rich man that might live down the street from you. You just don't know how much money he got in his pockets because he ain't no showboater.
Absolutely. And my biggest thing is it just proves that the principles of the party works. Mm-hmm. That's all it proves. And I don't know why people get upset with rich people. I hope you ain't planning on being broke your whole life. I mean, that's what I hope. I hope you look at them and say, "Dag, I can be like you, only in America." But in America that we know of, that provides the opportunity of prosperity, and keep in mind, I said the word opportunity. Nothing is promised you. What you work for is what you get. What you strive toward is what you achieve. But it's the opportunity that we're losing. How many of you guys don't even know how you're going to get gas in your car to get to Jekyll Island on June 5th? Thanks, Brian Kemp. Thanks, PA. Thanks, Arizona.
Hold on, but wait.
It's the truth.
No, I just want, I think I got in something. I don't know what's going on YouTube over there right now, and I don't know why y'all timing out each other. I could see that. I don't know what's going on, but please fix that. I saw, look.
You know I ain't got my contacts on.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish that.
She forgets her friend blind. But that's why I got my phone so I can look at people because they're like, you don't ever respond to me. I'm like, listen, I don't see Jack. I'm just telling you I don't see it. Write me, my friends, write me.
So, you know what? Like I said with Saria, I love that you're running. I love that you have the gumption and the wherewithal to stand up for the morals and values, not only for your family, but the state of Georgia, and leaving a legacy for Bella, because a lot of us do get here and we complain, and we're very good at complaining, but putting it into action, you wouldn't be amazed. Just putting it into action, because you know what? The strongest words in the dictionary and in the Bible is I am.
Yes.
You are what? Broke? No, the heck you not. Stop saying that. Stop saying different things that you're throwing out there, because every emotion behind it, you're going to get it back to you. So stop saying certain things and putting I am in front of it, because no offense, that's going to have to stop. Change that paradigm, and maybe you will see how strong as an individual that you are. And that is why, instead of going to the powers that be, going to the elitists, going to the executive board, now she going to you.
Yep,
she coming to y'all as the citizens of Georgia, as the delegates and the alternates that's going to be at this state convention, all 2,600 of y'all.
Oh, there's
and
more.
They're
not finished. They're not finished yet. See, this is this is why I started out talking about organization. We got a convention in less than 3 weeks.
Yes, we do.
And the delegates list is not complete.
Girl, we got that hospitality suite.
And we got some counties that, due to dysfunction and disarray, they're not even going to get to seat their delegates. So that means there's a host of counties, well, one in particular, that's not even going to get a chance to vote.
It's nothing in this today. It's Sprite.
Does that make sense, y'all? Yeah, like, they're not even get to vote.
What?
We just went through an election process.
What you mean we ain't vote?
There's a county that cannot seat delegates. If they can't seat delegates, they can't vote.
It's Chatham County. Chatham County. Siri. Hey, people, how y'all doing? That's how rumors get started. Then I got a validation right here.
But see, there's some that can't do it.
They ain't did that yet.
And the thing about it is that it is the leader. Y'all listen, I don't know about y'all, but I can take a loss with a try. I can't take a loss with nothing.
Ooh.
I can. If you beat the brow and you gave your 100%, then it just wasn't in the will of God, and I have to embrace that. I'm mature enough to handle that. But what I'm not mature enough to handle is contrived and orchestrated destruction of an opportunity. See, that's when I get my dander up. Because nobody grants me permission the day I breathe, and God said she is.
Yes, Joe Carr, we're going to go take her, get her Long Island iced tea, too.
Then
we're going to
I have-
atmosphere after this.
Y'all, I'm trying really best not to just browbeat, because I want y'all to wake up. I understand.
Ain't nobody children
that
on this
some
page.
of y'all
people are not
don't
children.
know who I am.
Yeah, but people are not
get it.
children on this page, and there's
I
some
know.
patriots. These people are strong. They're fighters. You got
know.
people from all over the world right now giving you a shout out. So you are motivating. Do you not know that? You are giving people a reason.
I just want you guys to understand the
Then
gift
talk to them
that
straight.
Donald Trump gave us. I know, listen, he a man. I know some of y'all don't want to hear that, but he's a dude. He bleeds red like us. He eats burnt steak. It is. That ain't no lie. He really does eat burnt steak. The steak is well done. He ain't got no juice in it.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. He does like everybody else. And the gift that Donald Trump gave us was the power of the voice. He returned it back to the people. He empowered us to do what our Constitution says. We, the people, establish America. Not America establishes us. And due to the liberal, Marxist, communist, whatever you want to call these anti-American treasonous individuals, because that's what it is. Whatever you want to call them, whatever name you want to put on them, they're bad for America. These individuals has inverted what our ancestors, our white, black, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, what red, yellow, black, and white, they are precious in his sight. Every one of us laid the foundation. They're uprooting it.
Yeah.
And my thing is, you can sit around in your country clubs and sip your Long Island iced teas and your nice buttery Chardonnays, which I could use a Chardonnay.
No, I
That's
can
a
use
nice
a Long
one.
Island.
You can do that if you want to, and you're gonna watch the tanks of the military run through your neighborhood and come looking for your guns.
Ooh.
You're gonna watch your kids, and I'm gonna say this, and I know some people are gonna get mad, but I'm a mom. And so I'm talking to you moms and dads out there. If you think the legislation that they're passing out for this cancel culture ideology and this whole sex education ideology in elementary
what
school,
is it, critical race issue?
I'm going to say
theory?
this, and I don't care who don't like it.
You got somebody from California, let them hear it.
That is nothing more than pedophiles sitting up in our Congress, grooming your kids through the educational system to think it is okay to be malicious and nefarious. I don't care. There's no other justification for teaching third graders about masturbation.
Oh, now they read in first
There's
graders.
no other justification
It's first
about
graders.
teaching anal sex.
It's first
There
graders.
is nothing. Yeah, I forgot. It did go up to first grade. There is nothing premised or anything, because I'm going to tell you like I told some other educators. And this is for those of you who are in education and teaches psychology. You're welcome to correct me if I'm wrong. Your prefrontal cortex is what's used to delineate the consequences of choice. That's what helps you understand cause and effect.
But when does it mature?
Now, it doesn't mature till you're 25 years old. So explain to me how a 5-year-old, a 8-year-old, a 12-year-old, even a 15-year-old, hell, an 18-year-old.
It's a 3-year-old now.
How can you, at that age, when biologically and scientifically you are not ready to make clear decisions resulting in consequence until you're 25, how you gonna tell me you need a sex change and you in the wrong body?
Because we got to trust the science. But we at the bottom of the hour. Y'all stay tuned. You look, we grown here. If you got to say what you got to say it. Just don't drop the glitter bomb. Everything else free. Y'all stay tuned and share. Go ahead, Dave. Real quick. Hey, Ashley, what's going on for California? But this one, Andrew, what's up? Hey, UK, what's going on from Wales? I was like, Wales? Seriously? Hey. And for Jerry from Temple, Texas, what's going on? This is Saria, and she is literally running for the chairwoman of the Georgia Republican Party. That's why you say, "Ooh, it sounds serious," because it is serious. Our state of the state of affairs inside of our state is very serious. The same as the state of affairs over there in California when Ashley want to talk about taxes. So is the state of affairs all around our union. Yeah, this is serious, and we the people are fed up. So that's why you see a groundswell of people on our level in grassroots that's getting back out there in these meetings. Because do you not see what the Democrats have in store with us? This has been what, since January 21st? Look how much your life done changed. Do you want to keep?
Since
this is
November
4
3rd,
months
mine
in.
changed.
This is
I went through
4
depression.
months. I went through a little small depression, but this is 4 months in. If we don't get up and change the fabric back of our nation, we don't have one. Are you seeing the whole thing with AOC? Are you seeing it way down? I want to be like DeSantis, damn it. I want people with backbones like DeSantis. I want someone like Trump that literally puts America first and Americans. He don't give a damn what you look like. But he leveled that playing field that we was all being prosperous, even if you hated the man because he said mean stuff to you. But tell me where he lied at. Maybe you wasn't raised around the grandparents that didn't sugarcoat a damn thing. They got the point A to point B without wasting time. And that's what it is. So if these same people, the cabal, the powers that be, the 13 family, the UN and everything else that has compromised the moral and value of our nation, then why wouldn't you stand up in that gap?
And on that note, like, honestly, y'all, listen, I believe in support from people.
Yep.
Okay. I believe in that. And I would never discredit support. But there comes a point in time when so much is hanging in the balance that you have got to stop running off of name recognition and start running off of record. Okay.
It's called vetting people too.
The Bible says you will know them by their fruit, not their endorsement.
Woo.
That's what the Bible says. It's not what people say about you. Because people going to say a lot about me. And I guarantee you, some of you patriots might not even like some of the things that I have to say and do when I get in that chairmanship. But here's the deal. If it's going to promote the constitutional conservative viewpoints of our generation, if it's going to advance the Republican Party, I'm going to do it. All bets are off. If it doesn't get my soul in trouble or jeopardize my freedom with jail, because I'm allergic to hell and jail. I'm very allergic. I break
like
out in
that.
hives and everything.
I like that.
If it's not going to get me in hell or jail, all bets are off. It's off. I am not looking to give you a really good speech. Y'all have talked to me several times. Lucretia's been my friend for going on what? We're going on 4th year, aren't we?
Yep.
We've been friends for a long time. She'll tell you. I'll try nicety first. But see, when you come walking in talking about you're going to usurp constitutional authority and try to tell us how to run our elections, and you're going to tell us what we can and can't do when the Second Amendment clearly defines that you are not giving us a freedom, it's just designed to protect the freedom. Okay, see, now all bets are off. Because see, you are no longer playing politics as usual. You're trying to play Russian roulette with my life and the life of my children and the life of my posterity. And according to the Declaration of Independence, it is designed for me and my posterity. You are coming from the generations of my loins. And I don't know if anybody knows about the animals of the wild. The worst thing you could do is cross a woman with children.
Okay.
That's the worst thing you can do. And one of the things that irritate me is that even though this seat that I'm running for, it's volunteer, I'm not getting paid for this. All this headache I'm gonna take on, I'm gonna get paid for it. Even though it's volunteer, we need to get out of this whole idea of top-down authority.
Thank you.
That is not how this country started. A bunch of everyday citizens with intellect and ruled by the power of God assembled themselves together and comprised a document that people have lived under for centuries. And countries envy. That passion and power of those farmers and those accountants and those lawyers that was hoeing the fields and towing their little ones around on the horses and the buggies, they weren't thinking about $1 million mansions and all of this other stuff. They were thinking about freedom and liberty. They didn't wait for permission to do anything.
Why is that? Oh my God, I just had an epiphany. It sounds like what I dealt with when I was a Democrat. I'm just gonna be honest, because I went to the Democratic Party as a young lady in Spartanburg. And I think I was 24 years old. And I said, what can I do to change what I live in? And I want to run in politics. And they let the Democratic Party of Spartanburg, South Carolina. I'm looking straight. Some things I will never forget in my life. And especially when someone says you're not good enough or it's not your time. And that's exactly what I was told at that time in my life. No, you got to wait your turn. And it seems like right now the same damn thing is happening in the Republican Party. You got to wait your turn and you got to be appointed.
But who determines your term?
No, God.
Because I thought so. I thought that's who determined
Let me
it.
have some more Sprite. Y'all, I like Sprite. You buzz. It's low, no sugar. Shut up. Keep going.
Times and seasons are in the hands of God. You don't get, you know what though, Lucretia, I'm gonna tell you something.
You can't force it if it don't flow.
But here's my thing. The Sadducees and the Pharisees spent their life studying the scriptures, trying to understand it. And when Jesus showed up in the scenes, they set him up for crucifixion. So that tells me just because you've been in it for a while and just because you're versed in it for a while, don't mean you recognize deliverance when it comes.
That's why they holding on to their power so hard
when it comes.
That's why they're holding on to their power for so long, because they think it's owed to them. That is not how this nation is working. That's not the voting system that it works. And that's not how that's how not any of this works. You're not appointed to anything. It is we, the people. If you want to call us a democracy, then we're a constitutional republic.
Exactly. That conduct affairs through democratic.
Yeah, honey, you got to put a little vodka up in that one. That Sprite is like plain.
Sprite's good for you because it's throat and sinuses.
Girl.
I'm just saying it does.
Screw the Republican and Democrat Party. We are Americans first. The two-party system is based on a republic, period. We the people. Ashley, factor in everything that you just said. I love your name. That was a cliche like a mofo. Now, if we could get them to pay attention and stop looking at us like, no, you work for us. You remember the Joe Biden situation where he was in that warehouse and he looked at that union worker and said, no, I don't work for you. And that's the mentality that they actually have. They do not work for us. That's why they want to get rid of the the unethical of American party and all the rest of you. You got to jump through hoops if you want to be an independent. And they set it up that way. You got to jump through hoops if you want to go through a green party. You got to jump through a lot of hoops because you don't want to represent the Republican or neither the Democrat. Because they set it up a two-party system. That is why there's being blurred the line. That's why you have big D's or big Democrats that's been sitting in office for a very long time, even CEOs of different counties. I'm going to say this one more time. Even the CEOs of different counties, and then they get upset or they changes their party, but you still bring that same ideology that you left behind. You can say what you want. I don't give two wins with this one. Like I said, I live in Georgia. I know about DeKalb and I know about the political system within my own state to see this is nothing but nepotism and favoritism. That's why they're always preaching about socialism, globalism, and regionalism, because this is ideologyism and I am an individualism. So if you cannot agree with any of that, and people do not know how powerful they are as individuals coming together, because two or more within his name will change the game. And that is what we're doing right now. We need to change this game, because with the Dominion voting machine, you might as well go ahead and say a third party. It takes and does our elections from here on out. Yeah, I'm going to say that one more damn time.
It is the third party, though.
The third party system runs the elections inside of Georgia because of the Secretary of State and the governor.
That is the truth.
Enough of this. It's time to change the leadership, because they are not leaders. They're lackeys and following somebody tugging at their damn screens and strings. Well, she can't say it. That's why she cotton. My ass is polyester. I go and catch on fire quicker than she does. That's why I'm not running for office too.
You should. But we'll talk about that later. I saw the side eye. We'll talk about it later. Okay. I'm just saying you should. If everybody agrees with me, you go ahead and put that in the message. I'm just saying. Look, I said a little bit and I backed off.
Okay.
Okay, and I backed off.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you agree, you should let her know. I'm just saying I backed off. All I said is if you agree, let her know. That's all I said.
Somebody heard me tell Dave bring that vodka and Sprite back here because she tripping.
I'm not. If you think
Ashley.
let's let the people decide. Do you think I'm tripping?
No, we gonna go ahead and change. You heard what was in the news today.
See, that's why I knew you were gonna try that. I knew you were gonna try that. I do. But let me do this before we start tearing into news people. So now that we done spent 50 years and 33 months talking about what the problems is, I'm gonna get to why I'm running, because I'm not coming with conversation. I got solutions. We're gonna revamp this party. Ooh. When I say revamp, we're going to take ownership of the brand. No longer are we going to be silent about things that matter to each other. We are not going to be reactionary. The biggest thing that ticked me off is that we have a high Asian population in the Republican Party, but it's the Democrats that hop a plane and came here to defend the Asian community. I don't like that. We should have been the first. It is our party's past history and heritage of defending the rights of the minorities and the underdogs and the suppressed.
Say that one more time for the Republican Party.
We got silent.
I want her to say that one more time for every Republican out there. The origins of why the Republican came to be, please remind them so maybe we could get back to that.
It is. The origin of our party did. We took on the task of the people. If you were marginalized, if you were undermined, if you were not respected, that's how our party started. It started in defense of the people. And I want to understand how we have allowed the Democratic Party to hijack it. Guess what? I'm recapturing my heritage. We're going to claim that back. We are going to clap back when you start to pull out your rhetoric. And I would love for them.
Anytime that I hear a Democrat or a Democratic leader say slavery this, slavery that, I'm looking at them like, what ancestor are you talking about? Whose history are you talking about? Because I can guarantee you wasn't no Democrats sitting there trying to save those two people's lives. Because if I remember her, she would tell you about the KKK coming into Banks County, Georgia, coming into Jackson County, Georgia, and put in crosses everywhere. And it was the Republicans inside of those parties that actually stood up. So I'm trying to ask again, with all these Democrats, you was the one that enacted the Jim Crow era. You was the one that actually went against the civil rights, the reason why MLK was leaving his babies with that grandma and her legacy, okay? So I'm gonna ask again, what have you done for us lately, Democrats? Ooh, yeah. Now, what history am I supposed to be paying attention to? I always wanted to ask a Democrat that. Go ahead.
And that's where I'm kind of a little miffed at us. Just a little bit.
We got our sassy pants.
And I'm just saying, I'm really kind of miffed at this, because it's almost like, now I understand what the scriptures means when it says redig the old wells and revisit the old landmarks to remember lest you forget and you fall into your slumber. Y'all hear me and hear me well. We have got to stop allowing them to hijack our story. So the way that we're going to claim that back is we're actually going to participate in the process. Now, people are quick to say, what can I do? What can I do? That's a good question. As a chairman, I have the voice in the ears of every last conservative thinker in our party.
Go ahead.
Would it be hard to rally you guys together if you knew that I wasn't going to sit there and not do anything, right? Oh, Biden took his medicine.
Paul, we took one. So let's go ahead. You know what? Like I said, she's running for Georgia, a chairwoman position for the Republican Party. And that's all she wanted to do. Is, you know what? She wanted to get here. She wanted to reach out to we the people, to people like us, the delegates, the alternates, and actually to some of the Georgia GOP elected officials. Y'all need to shape up or ship out. And by threatening her behind the scenes, by doing the snot stuff that y'all doing, it's making y'all look bad, not us. It's literally showing your hands in this cliquish attitude that you have. It doesn't make you any better than what you're trying to preach at every meeting. You keep overlooking us. You keep telling us when it's our turn, and that is not your damn job.
Oh, and I do want to go on record on one thing.
Go ahead.
Because I need for everybody to understand this, okay? Not intimidated in the least about anything that anybody has to say. I am not here by your permission. I'm not even seeking your permission.
What the hell going on?
The only one that I'm seeking permission from is the people. They're the only ones that I am seeking and asking permission to run and take this office, because it's the people that I'm seeking to represent. So to them, I am seeking your vote. I'm asking you to vote for me, not because I'm a black female, not because I'm young. I'm asking you to vote for me because my record speaks for itself. I have, in my life, flipped terrible situations for organizations and turned them into good. I have experience.
Go ahead.
In troubleshooting. I have experience in organizing chaos and turning it into productivity. I'm asking you to vote for me, not because you even know my name or who I'm affiliated with, because I'm intelligent enough, I have merit enough to stand on my own laurels. I am not intimidated, not easily intimidated, don't care to be intimidated, can't be intimidated. I am not the kind of person that's going to be passive aggressive, nor am I going to be overtly assertive. Because when I stand on the truth, I don't have to defend it. I don't have to argue it. I don't owe you anything other than integrity, truth, and perseverance. That's what you're going to get from me. And what you need to understand is when you put me in that seat of chairman, I'm going to fight for you. It don't have anything to do with words. It don't have anything to do with a desire to hoard that seat longer than it takes to flip this party around and to let the forces be. Know that that Constitution is alive and the spirit of the people are alive, and you're not going to keep transgressing us without hearing and seeing. I'm bringing you an alternative. Instead of talk, conversation, and rhetoric and another 2 years of disappointment, I am bringing you an opportunity to see real effective leadership, real change, real effort, real unity. Unity that is not formulated on sing-song thoughts or extremely crazy ideologies. You are going to get a level-headed, articulate, experienced, educated, and very tenacious forethinker and visionary. That's what you're going to get. I am going to analyze this until I perceive every tactic of our enemy. And then once we perceive it, I ain't going to have to form a committee. I ain't going to have to do that. I got people already ready to take in and get things together right from day one. We have our marching orders right now. You'll be able to see fruit within the first 100 days. At the convention, you're going to get a checklist for the first 100 days, and you'll be able to check me off. You are going to get my cell phone number. You're going to get a direct line to me because I am here to serve you and to do the will of the people. So I'm asking you to vote for an opportunity for you to be able to sleep at night, eat on your table, and talk to your family members about something more than the destruction that's going on around you. That's what I'm offering you.
Oh, keep going. I'm handling. Okay, then. So you know what? It is what it is. She, you know, this ain't no accusations. Everything that we say, we can back our crap up. And I am so over people saying talk softer. You're gonna hurt people's feelings. They're gonna get a 5-second. We don't say anything we can't buck up in your face. It is what it is. At this point in our life, ain't no more politics as usual. And anything on this show, you better believe it. We will repeat what we have to say in their faces. Our mamas didn't raise weaklings to talk about and be people bad, but actually be the people that we are with honor and integrity, where we ain't got to mince our words and walk up to them, shake their hand, and tell them in their face. So anything that Surreal Ivy is saying right now, you can take it to the damn bank. She got the documents to pull it up. She wouldn't be sitting across high, powerful ass people if they thought her word was not bond. So everybody out there trying to quench her spirit. There's something about you that ain't godly if you cannot recognize what the Holy Spirit is within her. You can't make her stop, because when God says speak, she only speaks. So you could take this to the bank. You could get it to Stacey Abrams. Take it to damn Brad Schaefer, to Jason Shepard, and
His
anybody
name is
else.
David Schaefer.
I don't give a damn what his name
I'm
is.
just saying that's what his name
I'm
is.
over this. And I'm over people telling us how to talk, how to walk, how we need to hold, and how to hold our mouth straight. Enough is enough. If you want to attack us, you've done it behind closed doors. We just got big enough balls to do it right here live. I ain't lying about you, and I will say it to your damn face. But right now, you're destroying our party, you're destroying this nation, and you're destroying this state. And it's going to take warriors, not weaklings, to get it back on the way it's supposed to be.
And I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up, like with whatever, I am not mad at nobody.
I am.
I'm being honest. I'm so
I'm
done with
honest
being
too.
angry.
The hell you say?
I'm just saying for me, I am not
The
angry at
shit.
anybody. I just know I can do it better. And for those of people who think that that's
why
cocky,
she
it's
cotton.
not.
That's why she's
It's
the
not
cotton.
cocky. I've sat back and talked about this 85 million times.
How
I
much
know
more
you
do we
have
need
too.
to talk about it?
I know for a fact that I can go in here and I can fix this because it's very simple. What needs to be done is so simple and so minute that I can't imagine how business owners making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars can't see the nose in front of their face.
Because they don't want
It
to.
is not difficult to get together and have a training network that allows you to go through your parties and your counties and make sure everybody understands the rules and regulations. Make sure they understand how to conduct a meeting and stop running 20-year rhetoric that hasn't worked. I mean, this is
I'm
the
gonna
thing
say
that
this.
bothers me.
A lot of people saying, well, you know, the president supported this person or the president endorsed that
He
person.
just didn't know I was running.
I'm gonna tell you this: the president also endorsed the people that stabbed him in the damn back. Anybody can be a two-faced person in front of someone and turn around and do the complete opposite. We see it at every level of our government right now. I would rather take her on face value. At least she's saying that she's going to get in there and try to do, because she has that leadership ability, to continue allowing the same people in the same clique to continue to destroy us because they got money behind them. We have the power of the people, and we have some tennis shoes that they feel too important that they will never lace up. So you know what? I'm over this. I am pissed off. And I know that pissed offness, it calls actions and passions to work to do the right thing. Now, when you are having a rage, anger, you better believe it was God that gave it to you, because it's called righteous indignation with righteous judgment. So anybody that's trying
Proverbs
to
30, in case y'all 30 and 31, if
what
you
we
want to know
say,
the justification for it.
anybody wants to stamp how we say it, you ain't supposed to be nowhere near us anymore. Because if God has given us the ability to see what's going on in that spiritual warfare, do you already know that you are not playing with the same hand? You are going up against powers of principalities of the air, the internet,
That's
the
what it
nation, the sea. And if you got a minuscule backbone, or you can easily swayed because you want somebody to pay attention to you, then instead of you paying attention to God, then you in it for the wrong damn reasons. Now let God order your steps. He will give you that righteous judgment that no matter what you got to say, he will back it up with facts. I'm tired of the tiptoeing of these fake Christians or these lukewarm individuals. We need people with passion, fire, burning in them, so they can get up for the call of action and take this damn nation back, because there's enough wusses that is willing to compromise the meaning of our biblical foundation, the foundation of this nation, because of some clout. And I'm over it. So go ahead.
No, I gotta agree with you that clout thing, because I sit back thinking to myself,
clout
like,
chasers.
Like, how do you, like, it just baffles me a little bit, because
Clout
if
chasers.
I was power hungry, don't you think it would be in my best interest to serve the needs of the people so I can keep my seat?
Maybe it'd be your best interest to take that position that they was offered to you, instead of you ruly and duly elected. Oh, did she say that? I didn't say much else, but I said you can't offer a position just to get your way. That's not how this supposed to work. So I would rather for her to get the vote of the people and not be appointed by the powers that be, because the people that got the support of the people are the ones that's gonna run all the way to the finish line, and the ones that are appointed is gonna be that same rabbit that came out real fast on the sprint but laid on their laurels at the very end of when it's really need to happen. That's Brian Kemp, that's Brad Raffensperger, that's Jeff Duncan, that's Ralston, that's Chris Carr.
Oh, wait a minute.
So
Jeff Duncan did not rest on his laurels. He ran off of the seat. He left.
So if you still want the same old at your county level, at your state level, and at your federal level, then you continue voting for your my guys and your my girls and complaining on Facebook because that's all you choose to do, instead of getting beside, not behind, Not behind.
I'm
You
just
ain't
saying,
no
I
lackey.
just wanna make sure you gave her the
wanna
right
get
accusation.
beside them and hold them accountable as they are literally walking Christian soldiers and linking arms with like-minded individuals, because spirit attracts spirits, and the right spirits is gonna come in her life. That no matter if she don't win at this race, she's already won because
It's
God
not an
has put her
option
there.
for me to win. I've got to win.
Boom.
I mean, I'm not trying to be conceited or not. I really ain't.
And if you
every
ain't,
gift and talent that I have, it came
I
from
hope
God.
you get real drunk
Every
that night
good
and then
thing,
keep going. Wait a minute, you going to Myrtle
anything good.
Beach?
Why
Wait a
not?
minute, you going to Florida? Wait a minute, she's going to Naples. Wait a minute, you're going to Washington.
Don't be telling all
Come
our
on
business.
now.
Don't be
You
telling all our
already
business like
won.
that. And my thing is, here's the deal. I'm being honest with y'all. I'm desperate to win it. The reason that I'm desperate to win it is because I don't see any hope, and I need hope. I need hope.
What the Bible?
I've got a 5-year-old
What
that's
the
going to
Bible?
school.
What the Bible is?
I got to, listen, got to. The only reason why I say that is because what we have offered,
Look.
what we
Look
have
at my
offered.
titties. Look at my titties. No homo. Look at my titties. What my titties say? That's why I wore the shirt today, because I knew you was coming.
Faith over free.
And everybody was like, I don't know if she gonna say the right thing. This is what my titties say.
Lucretia, I'm gonna need you to get that all the way together. Now I can't read it because you got me looking, and I'm
that
just feeling
means that
some
you
type
gotta
of way.
have faith. You gotta have faith. For faith
And that's
for
why I
faith.
say it's not an option for me. It's not an option because
At least I make her laugh.
I need us to get our nation back, and I need us to get our state back. We don't have time. I'm not trying to be funny, but while we're sitting here arguing amongst ourselves, while we're sitting here debating and delineating, the other side is organizing. And they're not coming to just take a seat. They're not interested in the power. They are interested in changing the face and fabric of our country for the entirety. And we don't have time for you to sit around and to play games and to hope things blow over. You have got to get in there and start thinking ahead. You've got to start strategizing.
I'm so glad we at the
and
top
get
of the
it
hour.
done.
I'm so glad we're at the... Sherry, try that one more time. I'm taking your wrench. Melody, I cannot believe I'm now finding out what's going on YouTube. Do that one more time. Just one more time. No, I'm sitting here the whole show trying to pay attention to you to figure out what's going on YouTube too. And now Melody is back over there on Facebook because people timing out people and blocking them. We ain't gonna do that, Dave. I'm gonna need for you to go ahead and get us on a commercial break because I'm finna rectify this situation. Go ahead, Dave.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Declaration of Independence proclaims God-given rights, and we intend to protect them. Working with people like you for over 50 years, preserving freedom and building a better tomorrow. Safeguarding the Constitution by limiting government power. We are restoring liberties, educating voters, and leading the freedom movement. Join with us. United, we will defend our rights. We are all Americans. We are the John Birch Society. They do, I told you so.
welcome back. Welcome back. Well, yeah, I'm not going to do that. That was too much confusion. And welcome back to The Real News with Lucretia Hughes. Y'all make sure I go to our Etsy store. Look at my titties. Look at the titties.
Hey.
Get her, Dave. Get
What the
her.
hell Dave gonna do?
I'm the only one who
Get her,
Dude,
Dave.
I ain't talking about that. That's why your mind in the gutter. All y'all mind are in the gutter. Just saying, but that's where they at. Anyway, y'all go over there to our Etsy store and y'all make sure y'all hook it up with a faith over fear, because it's what we need. When you, like you said, you pissed off too, that emotion, it turns into fire. That fire turns into action. Now you got to figure out when you got that fire and that action, is it coming from a moral place? So when you do get in the heat of it, God is ordering your steps. That is where that spirit comes from. Because you already know about the Bible. You know about your rules and regulations. You got that belief that you're not going to fall for anything. So anyone that's trying to stop you or take you off course, if it's not free forming and it comes easy, then it's already an obstacle. Figure out who that obstacle is or what that obstacle is. It might be yourself from having some scarcity attitude. Girl, you've been listening. Yes, I've been listening to this for 3 years now, because I had to change my paradigm of not believing that I am powerful, that I am is the finality, that I am one day will be rich and famous, that one day that I am going to be sitting in front of Jesus Christ as he says, well done, my good and faithful servant, because I am is action. I am gonna help Surreal. I am gonna help Mac. I am gonna help save my nation. I am gonna help save my state. And I ain't gonna allow anybody to stand in front of me no matter what comes out of my mouth, because I am, and he did give me a backbone. And I've been through so much in my life, I'm not quenching that spirit, what I know what is right and what is godly, just to get brownie points for somebody that got more zeros in the banks when he already made a mansion in heaven for me. So whatever I put down here on earth, I shall receive it in heaven. Now I gotta believe that I'm stepping in his favor and on his path, because everything else, those riches, that fame, and that glory will be in his name, and I will be deserving and humble enough to receive it. So everything else don't matter. It will fall to the wayside, especially the people saying, I don't like what she gotta say. I'm not for you, baby. I am only for the people that are attracted to the spirit that I'm projecting out there. And those right people is gonna come in my life, and the fake ones, the hateful ones, the ones that are no good for my journey in life will fall to the wayside. You can whisper behind closed doors all you want, but you can't stop what God has ordained. It takes me, and it took me a very long time to understand that the only person that could stop me is me.
And God, if you cross him.
That's the point. That's why I let him order my steps, because I'm not
That's why I tell
being
people,
I'm
I
not
gotta
being
check
knocked
in with
down
the
again.
boss.
I'm not being knocked down to the point I smelled my own tail and not gave him the glory of where he should have been in my life, and he decided to knock me down, take everything away because I got too uppity with my own britches, made me start over from scratch, and made sure that I kept my eyes on him and not on man. That's why I am unshakable when it comes to my belief and faith of everything that I believe. God, family, and country. I keep telling you, we get a president every 4 to 8 years.
That's right.
We're going to keep getting them, but
Every 4
God's
to 8
word
years.
never changes, and
Never.
neither does your belief. It may bend a little bit, you might get even stronger, but it shall not. You shouldn't stir that far away from it if you're cemented in his word. So everyone else out there that don't like what I gotta say, you didn't get me this far. You didn't get me this far. And as long as I don't deviate from where he got me, these other people are going to continue to come in my life, and you're going to be standing on the sideline with a stank face. But as these people are coming into my life, he's pinpointing the ones that are destructive, the ones that is up to no good, the ones that are compromised, the ones that are lukewarm, the ones that are backstabbers, the Jezebel spirits of it all. And he's given me the righteous judgment to have the righteous indignation to get pissed off when need be. Because even
think that is the
Jesus
Jezebel spirit,
got
now that you
he's
mention
what
it.
he say to his mama
Jezebel and Ahab.
on the very first miracle. What was it? Water to wine. They ran out. She walked right over to Jesus. I know. Look, can you please help the groom and the bridesmaid and the bride? They ran out of wine. Look, mama, it is not my time. Why you come over here asking me? So if he didn't have no choice to not even tell his own mama off with the Pharisees and everybody else that was defiling the temple, and he flipped over those chairs, well, guess what? And chased them around with a whip, they doing it to your state. They doing it to your county. They doing it to your party. They doing it to your nation. And now they're trying to do it to your world and your offsprings that you're supposed to protect, and the elderly that you're supposed to protect also. So we need to know the real American patriots and the real citizens of this world, because regardless, we are all interconnected, but everything ain't for the greater good, and we all gonna take account for our own individualities and choices in life.
And I just want to say this to everybody, and it's really fact. Y'all, we not over. I mean, with all of the trauma and drama that's going on, we're not over. We are every bit alive and just as powerful. This is a good hour for our party to make the best and greatest comeback
If they know
that
how.
has ever been seen in Georgia.
But they got to get out of their
You
own
got
way
it.
first.
But see, here's my thing, and this is what I firmly believe. I firmly believe this. The Bible says that out of every temptation, God makes a way of escape. He said, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God delivers them out of them all. He said he can do anything but fail. He said that he can do exceedingly and abundantly above all we could think or ask, according to the power at work in us. And the scriptures teach us through Apostle Paul that the same power that rose Jesus from the dead dwells richly within you. So I am a firm, convicted believer that there is neither life nor death, things seen, unseen, angels or principalities that can separate me from the love of God. So when you throw out this kind, and the scriptures, another scripture came to mind, when the enemy comes in like a flood, the enemy, that God will lift a standard against him. This is the hour, this influx of people that are coming in. This is the standard that we've been praying for. This is the standard that God is lifting against the enemy. We just have to be intelligent enough and willing enough to put aside our perceptions and look at reality.
You got to touch them here and here to have an impact in everything else in their life. So refusing to talk to newcomers, refusing to
or
talk,
embrace them.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
If you don't even know how to talk to people, if you don't go out in the hoods, if you don't go out in the woods, if you don't go into the rural area of suburbia that makes Georgia or makes America, you've lost in the first place. If the only clique that you hang around is the same people within your own circle, and I'm talking about the ones, we know who they are. They the upper echelon. They are literally only coming to us when they need door knockers. People that make phone calls, you know, the ones to get out there and say praises for them. And then they will get in there for a whole 2 years and forget about everything until they need you again. But this time around, not only from taking away your civil liberties, destroying the whole Bill of Rights, taking away the Constitution, because the Republicans was in the beds with the Democrats. The first people that I ever heard said anything about our civil liberties was Rand Paul and Ted Cruz. No one even in the state of Georgia bucked Brian Kemp. No elected official.
Well, hold on. I'm going to correct that.
Who?
There were 4 in the Senate.
How long did it take?
Listen, I've been researching this. There was 4 in the Senate and 12 in the House of Representatives.
What happened?
That wagered their careers and their finances to advocate for our election process. And I don't mean the watered down bill that we got.
I ain't talking about the election.
I'm just saying there are the biggest thing that I really struggle with, and I'm going to get transparent with y'all guys, okay? This is what I struggle with. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, okay? Don't do that. Y'all, we are doing that. We're throwing out, there are people that are in positions of power in this state that really will fight for you. The reason you don't see them is because they got sat down. They had the Elijah syndrome. God, it's only me.
There you go.
It's only me. Elijah didn't realize there were tons hiding in the caves ready to come out. Now they're out. Now they're out of the caves and God is presenting them. And if we get behind those individuals, because I had the privilege of sitting down and talking to some of your legislators, there are some that are in positions of power. Look at what happened to Burt Jones.
Exactly. But they joined us. They joined our side now.
But see, here's my thing. They've been advocating and fighting forever.
But
our party has been sitting there shutting their mouths.
It was sad that they had to lose their positions because they wanted to do the right things. So they showed the rest of the ones under the Gold Dome, the 4 senators and the 12 representatives, that if they do not do what Ralston and the Furious 5 tell them to, that no matter what their constituents in the grassroots said to them, they will be literally chairman of the sanitary division. They have lost lost all power. So what do? It builds animosity, and it literally, they drop nuggets and let us know what happens on the inside.
Well, here's the deal. Me personally, when it comes to meeting these individuals, the only prevailing message that I have gotten is we need to get it together, and we need to start standing out with boldness and articulation without crazy. I can give you that. If all you need is support to execute the will of the people, I can organize your party. I can train your staff. I can get you the support structure that you need. I am not the kind of person that you sit up and say to me, well, I can't do that. Never did nothing, and nothing will ever get done.
That's why you see so
Can't
much
is not
swing.
in my vocabulary.
That's why she has so much swing right now, and that's what they're afraid of. It's because the swing is not to Jason. It's not to David. It's not to the people that's literally got the track record of not doing much of anything. And I don't care. I vet people. I look at their campaign contributions. I look at who they hang around with. I look at the words that come out of their mouth. I look at their Zoom meetings. I look at the piece of legislation. I look at the whatever rules they try. I look at it all. Y'all know I research everything before it pops out of my mouth, or I get it from key people what's inside of our party where they know they trust me, and I would never say their name out in public because they just know I won't. And I'm kind of figuring she knows that now too. But there's a lot of people that's in elected positions, either regardless if it's on a county commission, even if it's at the executive position, are whispering in the heat of the night that they're tired of the same old. They're tired of being stabbed in the back. They're tired of not being able to go back to their constituents and be honest with them, and they're tired of being called domestic terrorists by their own damn leadership. So when your leaders start calling you domestic terrorists because you do not agree with the decisions that are coming from them, then we're not the terrorists. Maybe you need to look at yourself, because if you can call someone that, do you recognize that person when you look in the mirror every morning? Because that's the first person you got to look at. So if you know that you went against the Georgia State Constitution, then you already know you're a compromiser. If you went against the United States oath of office and the Constitution, we don't want you in our party anymore. We don't care about your money, your class, or your power. We care about the moral and ethical positions that you hold within the Georgia State Republicans. Nothing else. And if stuff ain't getting done, and you're not going up against what just happened with our civil liberties for the last year, all the way to this election, then you're no good. And there's nothing good about you. We don't want to give you another chance. We don't want you to have any more control over lies that you give us. We don't want no more compromises or flip-flops, because our nation is in turmoil, and so is our state. And if our party is so divided right now, I've been saying this for 4 years, I'm tired of the cliques. I am tired of the infighting. I'm tired of the John Birches fighting with the Republicans. I'm tired of the Tea Party fighting with the Republicans. I'm tired of all these little small group organizations having to splinter off because they get no recognition. Their ideas get no recognition, and they have no voice at the table. So instead of asking for their voice anymore, just pull the damn seat out and sit down, and just go there unexpectedly and let them know you slept on us long enough, and now that you have rose and poked that bear so long, you're gonna have to deal with us. We left you alone when you was doing what you were supposed to, but now that all the breadcrumbs have literally made that pie, and we want a slice of it, and we see what you've been doing behind closed doors, we about to sit you down.
And I just want to say thank you to the individual who just sent me that encouragement. Don't want to put you out on blast, but I want you to know I just saw it, and I thank you so much, and it will be put to great use. And I just want to say this, and it's not that I disagree with a lot. It's just I'm at this stage now where I am more concerned about moving us forward, because we've got an enemy that's out there trying to get us. Here's my thing. I don't care what they say, because they've had opportunity and opportunity and opportunity at a time where it was critical and crucial to us.
But they
to get it
promised
done.
this time they was going to get it done.
I'm not concerned about it. The thing that I'm concerned about is I'm sitting in different counties, didn't even desire to run. People who are around me know I didn't have no desire to run for chairman. But I'm sitting around trying to encourage our party to stay together and stay strong, and to recognize that only 13,000 votes votes. We still got it. We still got it. But I'm listening to the people running around, and they're saying they're not listening to us. I tried to reach out to the county, and I couldn't connect with anybody. My emails are getting bounced back. Nobody's responding to my phone calls. I really want to do this. I don't know what I'm going to do. Listen,
one party don't know the
I
other
want
party.
to help
one
you.
county can't connect with the next county. That other county from the northeast can't talk to the southeast. You got all this discombobulated. No one is on the same page. There's no central place, and half the time the links don't work. It's too much to be Republicans. Y'all rich.
Everybody got wealth in both parties.
Come on. Y'all got powerful people. You had an IT guy that went in there at the judicial hearing and cracked and broke into Dominion. You mean to tell me he couldn't build you a website? Now you got some real, she could do the same thing that could be unhackable or very hard to hack. Come on, we don't need another Colonial Pipeline where you got some people holding us ransom for $5 million. Because Georgia don't have $5 million. The Republican Party, they pretty much was like they was when, the other ones.
But see, here's the deal. We could. Here's my deal. All the financial issues that we got and the things that we got going on, it can be fixed.
John, Tom, and David, come on, y'all. That's 6 consecutive people. Tom Padgett. How much, John Padgett, how much was we in debt? How many lawsuits? Touchy-feely stuff going on. Okay. Then you got Tom Watson. He was a lobbyist. He was not damn a Republican or conservative. So you took him up in there when you could have had Alex Johnson. No. So you went ahead and brought this. Where's the money? Where's the money? Okay.
But here's the thing. This like people don't understand. Money. People will donate if you are advocating. You got to do what you say. You got to. I'm not making you no promises that I can't do and fulfill regardless of what I find out when I get in there. Listen, it is delusional, and I'm going to say this. You ain't going to agree with this. Go ahead. You ain't going to agree with this, though, Lucretia. You're not, but I want you to let me get it out.
Go ahead.
Okay? Mm-hmm. It is delusional for me to sit here in this seat and think I know all of the intricate workings of what's been going on at the party and that I can run in there.
Just say you don't know, but you're willing to learn.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that I don't know the party. It's not that I don't know business. It's not that I don't know sustainability management or talent management. But there are things and dealings that go on that people don't know about.
That's where you will get people around you
but
that,
this is what
that does that.
Let me finish this thought. People make dry promises. That's what they do. When I issue you a promise, it is something that is within my control. When I'm sitting at a Red Bone meeting and I got individuals that are saying, we got to do something, they'll tell you, I had no desire to do it. I didn't. What prompted me to do it is the fact that I was offering answers and offering solutions. They were agreeing with it and they were seeing it. And I recognized somebody's got to speak for them. Mm-hmm. Somebody has got to stop the kitchen table conversation and do stuff.
So how would you get the powers that be right now to take what you just said and
I don't
speak
have
to
a desire to.
Oh, okay.
See, that's just the whole thing. I am not concerned about my haters. My haters are my motivators. I need about 5,000 more before this broadcast go off. Just to know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You hating on me and talking about me doesn't do anything but motivate me. I am not concerned about David Schaefer. I'm not even mad at the man. My issue with David is I can do better than you. Jason Shepard, I don't even know you that well. From what I see, you ain't got the goods either. Look at Cobb County. So if I sit back and I say to myself, you got the answers and you believe it to be true, put your money where your mouth is. Get on up, run. And that is what everybody was saying, so I did.
Why you take me back to
and
the
that's
conversation
why I'm
that
doing
me and
it.
him said? I had a conversation with Jason. I just wanted to see what he was going to say. You remember I showed y'all the pictures of the conservative women dinner, luncheon I went to. I just walked up to him after I posted those pictures just to let him know I was going to run for office. And he was like, what, the state level? No, the federal level. No. I think you'll make a great commissioner. I just wanted to hear what he had to say. He didn't say state. He didn't say because I said feds level. He said no. We could really use you as like a commissioner in your county, please. That's all I need to hear from you. That's all I need to hear from you. The same thing I heard from your type way a long time ago when I decided to run. You said back then to run for commissioner. You won't win a state. No one knows you. You will never win a federal. You need backers. This that other one.
Now you know me, Lucretia. I don't really care. I mean, just being honest, I don't
just
really
really
care
wanted to
what
hear
people
what he
say.
had to say.
But see, that's my whole thing. The Bible says,
Was it
man
going to
should
be
not live by bread
encouragement,
alone.
or was it going to be trying to persuade me to run for something else? And guess what it was? It wasn't encouragement.
People
It was
who
to
don't
try
want-
to persuade me to run for something I did not even talk about.
People, listen, I've learned this a long time ago. Okay, men don't live by bread alone, but every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. If the Lord has said it is so, then there is not a man that can contradict it. So when somebody steps up and says to me, you should do that, you should do that. No, I should do what thus saith the Lord.
Hold on. And she's not a guest. She's literally a great family friend and friend. So if you have never had a girlfriend that you can literally feed off each
in this
other,
day and age
then
in
she
Atlanta, you
ain't
have
no
to be careful about
guest.
that.
I don't have guests. The people that you see on my show, a guest will do a zoom in or a call in. When you come into my house, you can put down that guest crap. Because I'm going to tell you, when you walk through my doors, you better open up cabinets and figure it out by your damn self. Because you are literally at home and you fam now. So if you thinking I'm one of those uppity people that got a show like this, and the only way is, she's guest, no, this is my friend.
It's my sister.
Thank
I got
you.
reduced to a friend.
No, I'm just
You
trying
know, we
to
about
show
to have a
her.
conversation.
I ain't finna argue against friendship and sisterhood.
I'm just simply saying.
She's not a guest, ma'am. Just like she's not. I wouldn't interrupt Pastor Greg Locke or anything like that. So I know decorum, but like she said, she's my sister.
This is my sister.
So she's not a guest. So you couldn't hang with us in our upper room in the sanctuary. If you think we talk like this now, we feed off each other with ideas, inspiration, prayers, laughter, the whole nine. So this is true blue and red right here. So no, ma'am. Once you come to my property in my house,
Dave, you can be white.
ask Mayberry and them. I literally ask anyone that came to my house. I'll leave your ass.
She will leave you.
Because I ain't finna invite strangers into my home. Because once you cross that threshold, you are my responsibility, okay? Okay. So once you come to my house one time, I will go to sleep on you. And you better learn how to cook and open up cabinets and pull out a cast iron skillet and feed yourself. Don't think because you see somebody on my show, they're a guest. You came to my property. I could have zoomed her in if it wasn't that important. What the hell are you talking about? Who do guests? Not me, especially if they in person. That's my sister.
Yes,
that's why we call her Cotton. She just lighter. Blacks come in all shades.
That's one more again talking about how light skinned I am. I'm just saying.
That's why I call her Cotton.
One more again.
She got freckles. Man, you how many black people you met with freckles? She like my damn sister Tanya. I hate y'all because where your freckles come from? Where you get good grade of hair? Where the hair come from? Why I can't have
That's in my DNA.
Why I got that thick nappy curly stuff?
That's Damon.
Okay, we need to figure it out because I'm like, damn, you and my sister, y'all got freckles, and I'm looking at y'all. Why y'all high yellow? I'm like a pecan tan.
Because Master liked our family.
I'm just trying to swirl all over the place. No, seriously, she's my sister. So this is what you call a ride or die situation. We can argue, but I know that in about a day, I'm gonna call her. She gonna call me. So some of these people,
afternoon,
yeah. But some of these people that you don't see come back over my show anymore, it is what it is. What? I try to trust everybody until they show their asses or they try to take advantages. Out of everybody that I've met, there's a key group of people that you're going to always continue to see them because I know that we both would lay our lives down for our children, our husband, our friendship, our paychecks, our bank accounts. Because where one go, we all go, my buddy. That the whole thing. It's little sister because I'm older than she is.
I'm taller than you.
What the hell that got to do with anything?
That means I have more stature. You have about out.
If I can see the top of your head, hard. I'm just throwing that out there. Just kick him in the knee.
Not this rock mountain. I'm just telling you right now.
Legs.
You can come for me if you want to.
Sweep the
That's
legs.
all I can say.
She had 2 surgery on both hips, so she can't run. Just zigzag.
Who gonna run? I'm a Second Amendment. I'm gonna put one to your forehead. I'm just saying.
All you gotta do is run really fast. Just say some foul stuff to Saria and run real fast. She can't run. She had 2 surgeries on Christmas. She gonna
bow.
She gonna fall. I'm gonna laugh and then I'm gonna go back and help her up, and then I'm gonna run again.
I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else. Don't play yourself trying to play me.
Creasy, why you running? You can't catch me. She can't catch me.
Don't play yourself trying to play me, cause I'm just saying. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it.
People seriously, y'all talk to each other. Come to a cookout sometime. Seriously, I don't know why people think I'm supposed to be more than what I am. What you see is what you're gonna get in real life. And once you hear, you're family. I'm dead serious. So many people, they're like, you left us? How long was I gone this time? 2 hours? I was upstairs.
You be looking at, where Lucretia at? At least you done left us again.
Y'all be getting on my nerves. I'd be like, y'all cray. I just need some peace. This whole thing is cut off. It's like cotton and polyester. Why am I sweating? You gotta cut that fan off.
It's that polyester, it's that cheap stuff. That's what I'm trying to say.
I do drink Smirnoff though. I can't look. I'm one step above rock gut.
You may turn that fan.
Yeah, cause we don't break. Dave, go ahead and get us out of here. She is. Yeah,
that ain't my fault. You started that one.
Are you ready for a better way to watch the Lucretia Hughes Show? Well, OTTU Media and Fallback Productions are making that happen. No more missing your favorite show just because we've been suspended by Facebook, YouTube, or anyone else. You can go straight to the OTTU Media page, Amazon, Roku, and soon be able to get an app from Apple or at the Google Play Store. So get ready to ditch those sites that don't want us around in the first place, because OTTU Media is where you ought to be.
This is Lucretia Hughes with the Real News with Lucretia Hughes. I am making this to let y'all know the new merchandise is up on the store. We thank you so much for the support, supporting the small businesses of America. Go over there and check out our merchandise. And yes, it's all made in-house. And we do customize. So again, thank you so much for supporting us and gotten this far. Y'all go over and check out our new merchandise at our Facebook shop and also Etsy, Fallback USA. Y'all order it today.
Yeah.
Mike. He like, what, Cretia? Let me tell y'all what Mike just said that, all hell the Emperor just said. Mike said, Creepy Joe. I called him Emperor. Okay then. Creepy Joe just told people on Twitter, he got a Twitter page. Okay then. To make a choice for your freedom to get vaccinated or wear a mask forever. He sound like Dr. Fructose corn syrup.
Oh, but you know what? They've been doing that from the beginning, and they just now confess it. See, I tell people all the time, if you be patient, the devil will reveal itself. We said at the very onset of the COVID, and we even had Dr. Rich McCormick on the line, and he said what we're dealing with right now. He's the expert in Georgia for COVID. He says what we're dealing with right now is people's ability to choose between freedom and fear. That is where we are. He said that at the very
y'all
beginning.
Y'all can go get that at sc.com, Fallback USA. Y'all gonna get y'all a faith
That
over
is
fear.
what we are dealing with right now. Have you noticed the progression in the nonsense? They called all of us fakes and conspiracy theorists when we turned around and said, this is SARS. This is a mutation of the cold. This is SARS. And they kept saying, no, it's something brand new, even though it's in the back of your Lysol. Okay.
It was on the back of the Lysol.
Did they take it off?
I don't know. It was hard to find Lysol. Anybody got the Lysol on the shelves anymore? Y'all don't remember in the back of the Lysol can a long time ago, it had coronavirus?
It does. And
And then all of a sudden, the Lysol got wiped off the shelves, and it took a while to be stocked back up. So I don't know, because I got an old can of Lysol that his grandma kept from like the 70s. They got rust on it. So what?
Well, to the one person who made that comment about the shots, do you know I don't qualify for the shot? I can't get it.
Why?
Because I've had several surgeries.
You're black though.
No, but I've had several surgeries, and because they have the propensity to create clots, and I have those injuries, I can't have those shots.
You remember when Dr. Fructose corn syrup told the women to be careful because of the blood clot, and now that's
now
when they put
only
a pause
recommended
to it.
above 50.
Then why the hell they trying to give it to the kids now?
Above 50
no,
is what they recommend.
Now they saying
and the
to
younger.
the kid.
Yeah, but if you're between, I can't remember what the low
Miss
end
Carmen.
is, but over the age of 50, they say it's okay to go ahead and grab it. But see, I'm one that
What
don't
did
qualify.
Melissa say? I choose freedom. Just pretty much what
I love it.
Everybody, Mike said, I know, right? She said freedom. She cap blocked me. Carol, I told you I was going live. Why didn't you come here? When I say yes, ma'am, I'm going live, you live less than 5 minutes away. Seriously? You know I try to go live every day, Carol Fox and Rocky. What's up? We going to Atmosphere after the show though. Hey Melissa, still can't find it. I can't find no shots because I ain't looking for it.
Y'all, for those of y'all who think I'm being rude looking at my phone, it's only because I can't read over there. And so this time, I said I was going to bring my phone and look at it.
Nuh-uh, Mike. He did say that. Mike sent the tweet.
What'd he say?
Joe Biden. I ain't finna call him what that is. It says, the rule is now simple. The rule is now simple. Get vaccinated or wear a mask until you do. The choice is yours. And like Melissa said, freedom. That's what I choose. The hell you talking? Ugh.
You know, here's what I don't understand, and this kind of goes with that comment.
He shouldn't be answering
that Brenda
questions
said.
anyway.
Brenda, I love what you said. You said,
Brenda
my body,
say?
my choice. Where them people at?
They turned into vaxxers.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, where them people at? You don't tell me what to do with my body, and then you turn around and tell people what to do
said
with
the
the
same
body.
thing. B-Dub said, my body, my choice. You know what? That's what we want to know. Where they at?
Where y'all
my
at?
body, my choice.
Where they at? Where they go? Where
Probably
they at?
with
Where they go?
Ellen DeGeneres, because, you know, she got canceled, too.
Oh, I thought she said she quit because it just wasn't a challenge for her anymore.
Girl, you didn't hear what
That's
was going
she
behind the
told
scene
me.
with Ellen? She was a bully.
You know, when it comes to the liberal Marxist agenda, it ain't never reality. But see, what she said was, it wasn't a challenge for her anymore.
I guess not. I guess you wasn't getting enough androchrome. Okay, then we're going to go over here and talk about what's going on in Arizona. It says a huge turn of events with Arizona audit. No wonder Democrats are scared. It says, who is this? It said, Mr. Crane. Girl, I'm calling Wayne Dupree and tell him I need to talk to Missy personally. Matter of fact, I'm going to text him when Saria start talking again. It says, well, if you're wondering why the Dems in the media are petrified of this audit and the GOP is basically dead silent. Who I love you, Missy. Girl, you got the right for us too.
Wait a minute.
What?
Don't say the Republicans. We ain't silent. We Republicans. It's the.
We
it's
talking about
the-
Arizona.
But listen, this is my thing.
What?
This is why I keep telling folks.
No, what?
You know, so if that's going on in Arizona, what's to stop me from picking up the phone and say, hey, brother, sister in Arizona, what can we do to partner with you?
You remember what
To help
Lofner tried to
revitalize.
do? Lofner was trying to tell Chris Carr to ask for a forensic audit. Lofner, go back to your $800 million bank account and we got this. You ain't winning, honey. Ain't nothing conservative about you. I don't care if you want to pull up 5 miles away, get in a small little Ford pickup and put on you a cowboy boots and hat and say you came from the country. Man, we know that you and your husband own the NASDAQ and you rich. I'm just saying, so stop. Talk to us like you talk to us now. Tell us how to cancel out and cash out stock options just in case you want to, because you allow for insider trading.
Okay. I don't share that philosophy about insider trading.
Why? They gutted the bill out.
I'm going to tell you why. I don't. Because I hang out with a lot of people that got ones with like 6, 7, 8 zeros. Mm-hmm. Majority
So why
of
they
them,
scared for us to get them then?
I honestly
I
don't believe.
I want to do it.
I don't believe. I believe that for the Marxists and the leftists, that might be true. But as I campaign and I look at things, I really believe in our party, we got a bunch of weak-necked, yellow-bellied people I really believe that. I don't believe that everybody, some are nefarious.
You know what I see a change of in the Republican Party when I first got in here, because my first chairperson was Ken Young.
He is so good.
He's like one of the people that pretty much wrote the book for the Republicans. Okay, when something happened, my former chairman Ken Young, they call him for his advice. So I learned from the best. What I'm learning
him.
since I've been a part of the Republican Party for 12 years, the backbone that the Ken Youngs of them all have, the older generation that I keep saying I'm latching onto that legacy and what they're leaving and trying to grab the hold of the millennials and Generation Z. That is what I'm doing. I'm taking the best of what they taught us and making these connections and leaving it for everyone else to pick up the mantle. So when Ken Young sees what's going on, when these type of people are literally giving advice to newcomers, it's because they see the possibility of training the new recruits within inside our party about being, less taxes, less government, more self-responsibility. And that is the creed for the Republican Party. They were so gun-ho when I first got in here to telling me, here's a hook. Now there, we could give you the directions to where the nearest body of water. We could tell you how to learn how to fish on your own. We're just giving you the hook. Hopefully you got your own rod. And then go, my child, and be blessed. You don't have that anymore within the Republican Party because the leadership now thinking you're going to try to take what they have instead of being humble to the point of passing it on so your legacy will be fulfilled. So they went ahead and put their ego in there. They went ahead and became narcissists, and the new breed and the new conservatives that are coming up, instead of you teaching them the creed of the Republicans, you are more scared of your own power.
You're
and
teaching
losing
systems, not the creed, not
That's
the
just how I feel.
party.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to say this. Gregory Howard.
Whoop, whoop. Woo!
I'm gonna tell you, we slept on him.
Who slept on their big brother?
The party slept on him.
They hated Greg Howard.
The party slept on him. When I came,
they hated Greg
When
Howard.
I came to the party, I've always voted Republican, always been Republican. But when I decided to get involved with the party, Gregory did what any leadership person that has any acumen whatsoever to do. Right. I was brand new. He never heard of me. Mm-hmm. Instead of passing judgment and making assumptions, that man sat down and had conversations with me. He asked me about what I believed. He asked me about what I thought. He talked with me for extended amount of time, and the questions he asked were not all easy.
I remember what he said about you that day you came on to the show, because I was there and interviewed you for the very first time.
I remember.
I remember that, and I remember when I got into it, and he invited me to his radio station. First thing he said, "Ma'am, you ain't winning." He said, "I'm just letting you know that now. You're not gonna win, but you're gonna win." He said, if you could stop cussing, just stop dropping the glitter bomb so much. He said, not the other words, but temper down the F word so much. He said, you could open up so many doors. He said, matter of fact, you're going to be back on my show. So when he called me tonight that I lost my race against the fifth most powerful person in the state of Georgia, who was the chairman of the Appropriations Committee, which means all spending starts with his department, he said, you need to keep coming. And matter of fact, you're going to be a regular on my show so you can learn from the best and keep expanding it and getting it out there and talking to people. And that is where I met Saria. It's that day. And this is what Greg said. He said, I don't know what she running for. I remember what you running for.
First vice chair.
He said, no, that's not. He said, that's not her position. He said, she's bigger than that. She's bigger than that. Now, if she could get rough around the edges and actually could just temper her attitude just a little bit.
That's what you told me.
She's going to be a powerhouse. So these are the people that we literally encompass ourselves around.
Yes.
The people that help mold the party, the people that wrote these pieces of legislations or amendments or rules inside of the grassroots part of the Republicans. This is what we learn from. The Ken Youngs, the Gregory Howard, not these leadership people that are in power right now. I learned from the Tea Party side. I learned from the John Birchers and the Tea Party before I was ever a Republican. But they looked at me and said, Lucretia, if you want to change, if you want to become bigger, if you want to make a difference, you got to become a Republican. You got to go to every meeting. You got to be at everything that they say to show that you are strong in what you believe in. And where have I been? So all these people that all these elitists, all they lackeys, they say, I don't like white people. I don't work with white people. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a conservative. No, that's only because you are the reflection of what you see when you look in the mirror every day to wash your face. Do not jeopardize when you look in the mirror thinking you're a black chick named Lucretia. No, you're a white fat man that look like Peter that should not be sitting in that position, and you need to relinquish it. I ain't a PC person, but I just don't drop the glitter bomb anymore. God has made me grown, and he tempers my spirit to the point of, if you go back when I first started my show to when you go now, I'm just bolder. I just choose the way I say things now. I'm still clear of what I say, how I say it. I still say it with a funky attitude, but I just don't drop the F word every time. I could just put two fingers in the air and it means the same thing.
You know what Gregory said to me when I told him I was going to run for chair?
What did he say?
He told me, he said, Saria, here's what your battle is. I mean, this is why I like him.
That sound like him. Go ahead.
He don't cut no corners. He don't miss no words.
Nope.
He gonna tell you like it is. He said, here's what you're up against. You should have the seat. You can run the seat. The question is going to be, are you willing to withstand the opposition that it takes to get the seat?
You just have to have a backbone.
I told him, I said, if I can lean on God and he delivered me from death, if he can place me in leadership authority as a college dropout, a chairmanship is not a difficulty. He said, then you got my 110%
You know, when I knew
support.
that Greg really cared about us and he loved me for me, when he left his mom with me in my presence. Y'all don't understand. His mom
they
was
slept on him.
really, she was
did.
going through dementia. She had Alzheimer's. She was the oldest UGA cheerleader to walk on the field. That's his mom. She was this powerful woman. But of all the meetings that we would go to together, he wouldn't leave her with nobody but me. Like, she would literally just gravitate towards me, or she just recognized who I was and she knew she was safe. And that is when I knew that Gregory Howard would not steer me wrong, no matter what ambitions that I have in my life. But he also warned me about the elitists and the cliquish ways within the Republican Party, and that I need to stay focused on the Tea Party movement. I need to stay focused on the creed of the Republican brand. I need to stay focused on the John Birch Society. I need to stay focused on the Republican assemblies, not the Republican Party, because you have so many flip-floppers and you have so many people in there that is willing to compromise the morals and values of what it means to be an American and a citizen of Georgia. That's why you don't see me hanging around the upper echelon or the elitists with any side, any party, because I'm going to call them out and I'm going to ask the difficult question, because I'm not trying to be your best friend. This is my life, not a damn game. This is not a social club. This is not a yacht club. This is not a golf club. This is my life that you're dealing with. So when you make compromising laws and unethical and immoral laws to get along, to go along, I have a problem with you and a problem of what you're trying to make the Republican Party look like. So if you want to be a little D and you want to compromise with the Democrats, then you need to do like Vernon Jones did and switch your party. And I'm going to tell you one more time, until your stripes are there for everyone to see. I don't care if you switched 2 years ago.
I was going to say, we finna fight again.
Because I remember the point of getting videos and actually phone calls during the time that you was the CEO of DeKalb County for black people and poor white people about the scum and stuff that you was doing in that community. So I don't give a damn how much or how fast you was thrown across the auditorium. I know what you are. I've seen your voting records. I've seen your press conferences. I've seen your campaign coffers. And the only thing that I'm seeing is a little damn D that had opportunities with the R's. So until you show us that something that is viable of what it means of less taxes, less government and more self-responsibility, not voting against, not voting against the heartbeat bill because all lives matter, and not voting to bring in Dominion voting machine when that was the biggest scam in our history of
Come on
Georgia.
now.
I
How
don't
do you put a
care
machine with no
how in the
honest
hell
individuals?
you were surfed around the crowd. You're gonna have to walk through the fire and uphold the Republican creed before I ever decide to vote for you, uphold you for any damn thing. And you know these two black women. You're black your damn self. So if you don't come to the table and talk to us personally to back you and give us a reason, because that's where it says the eyes are the windows of the soul, so we can peep out your game to see if you really gonna do stuff for the red, yellow, black, and white, gay, and straight. And if not, and you only trying to do it to get kudos from the upper echelon, then you should have stayed with the Democrats and took your licks because they kept on hitting.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna speak for myself. Yeah, no conversation needs to be had. I need to see something. Not trying to be funny or nothing. I really not. And this ain't black on black crime. I'm just simply saying. I trust everybody, just not the devil in them. That's it. If I know you a gossiper, I'm not gonna tell you my secrets, but we can go shopping. We can. And that's how I am with any and everybody, because I believe that the same blood that redeemed me and the same Holy Spirit that keeps me is able to do that to somebody else. But even the Bible commands us to know them that labor among you. And I don't know you, bruh. I'm just saying, I don't know you.
Can we send them to Mars?
Can we send them to Mars?
Well, if you've been looking, look,
I think they headed that way.
No. There was something that I was watching. I couldn't sleep last night, and I didn't go to sleep till about 2. But there's something that was recommended on YouTube about Mars. Believe it or not, since you brought it up, but it was just a regular documentary that's saying, and even NASA has verified this. You may not see structures on top of the soil,
Excuse me.
but there's structures underneath the ground. So basically, I'm really thinking, Lucretia, conspiracy alert. How about that? I think they destroy their atmosphere, just like the way that we're getting ready to destroy ours, just like what's in the damn Matrix, where they had to go underground because they was dibbling and dabbling and having a God complex to where they destroyed our own atmosphere. Look at Bill Gates wanting to see the clouds. Look at China wanting to dim the sun. So they messed with our stratosphere and our atmosphere and our natural resources so bad that people that was left alive literally had to go underground because that's all that was there. So this documentary, this happened, that was recommended by YouTube last night. That's exactly what the hell it said, Mike. That there's literally, if you look at Mars and there's a face on Mars, if you look at Mars, there's mountains on Mars, but what you ain't looking at is what's underground. And that's why scientists, even NASA and everybody else, is saying that there is water up there. But the C2 that is up there and the CO2 is what they're breathing underground. Dude, Mike, where the hell you came from? Because now watch, YouTube gonna recommend me something from your anus. And they better not be gas guzzles and nozzles that's people staking up your anus, okay? Just what?
I can't.
Send AOC, you know what? Send AOC to China.
No,
Send
she
her
need to
ass
go to a hospital. No,
Send
she
her
need to go to a hospital.
No, send Ilhan
She
Omar
needs a therapist.
back to Somalia and see how fast she lasts.
I'm
Y'all
just
think
saying.
this is funny, haha, because the shit that I cuss. The shit that AOC and Ilhan Omar says in America, you wouldn't go to a Muslim country and get away with it.
No, she needs Ayanla and Dr. Phil. I'm trying to tell
No,
you.
she don't. She need to go back
I'm
to
telling
Somalia, where she escaped from.
She need
came to a
Ayanla and Dr.
nation
Phil.
that gave her every opportunity to become successful in her life.
But that
she
is
was
what
a
spoiled,
refugee.
ungrateful children do.
Well, why is she the spokeswoman for Hamas?
See, here's my thing. She's going to be who she is.
Why
So
she in
is
Congress?
AOC. Where is our voice
Where
other
is
than
Congress?
Marjorie Greene? Can
Where
anybody
is
tell me?
Congress?
Can anybody tell me anybody else that's challenging and standing up?
Then answer this. Tell me, why did the House of Representatives break their own rules they had on the books for 175 years so she could wear a headscarf? I just want to know. You're going to change the rules for one person, then it sounds like you're changing the rule for everything. So why would you have someone, because our strongest ally is Israel, so why would you have people in our inner sanctuary that goes against everything that we stand for as an America. It would be Toby. I love your name, dude. Why the hell now Roots popped in my head? What's your name? Okay, I'm just gonna stop messing with you, Toby. She need to go home. Where?
Who
Which
need to go
husband?
home?
Which husband? Her brother and them? Or is she going back to Somalia? We're just gonna forget how she got her husband brother into college because she falsified records? Or
Has they actually adjudicated that?
No.
Has that actually been?
Yes, it's been talked about. Even the FBI had one.
Because you talk about two different things that I didn't
What
understand,
about
like
that-
that
what
whole
about
Mars
that
thing.
press
I don't know
conference?
nothing about it.
Anybody remember the press conference that literally said we found that dark head, nappy head African, and we the one that put her in power?
Are you serious?
Yeah, she was put in power just like AOC was. That wasn't nothing but an interview.
We know AOC was a bartender with a 400 credit score. Can't really get to
The
where
terrorist
it is right now.
organization. You remember I played that video and read now it's
see
coming
it.
back. Girl, it was a year ago, well, maybe 2 years
I'll
ago.
go find it. I'll
that
watch your show.
literally, because these two people are in trouble with the FBI. Then it
Now,
was
do you remember that?
This is an undercover video and an undercover tape that says how she got into power. How Ilhan Omar better do what they said because they plucked her out of obscurity. And if she does not do
I
what
can
she
believe that.
says, what they said, they will get rid of her. Now, we know about the Muslim faith and we know about the Muslim culture. Some of us do. Ain't no damn way she would go into a true Muslim nation talking the mad stuff that she talked about. Number one, how many times she been married, and now her new husband is a white man. Her head would have been off by now.
Or beat real bad. They throw
Come
stones
on now.
They throw
Exactly.
stones.
So she couldn't go nowhere else and say the stuff that she says.
Only in America.
Only in America.
Only in America.
While she's sitting there giving away state secrets. Hey, Jacqueline.
I know, right?
No one ran against AOC. She couldn't have won otherwise. Same with Omar.
See, that's another thing we got. Why are we not running people?
I don't know. Answer Andrew. The pessimism sees the difficulty in every opportunity, and the optimist see the opportunity in every difficulty. You trying to look at you in your UK.
I like that.
Thinking.
I like
Why
that.
do people all way over there in the UK always like?
You know why? Because they don't water down their education.
My Lord.
No, what he's saying
got
there is really
crumpets.
it's very prolific.
Yeah, but it's crumpets.
See, and only in the United States.
No, they call cookies biscuits and biscuits cookies. I can't get down with
I
that.
do. I like it.
I like the
I
red
love
light
the
district
culture.
though. I'm just saying.
I wish I could speak that
Can
way.
you
but I'm
imagine
too
if he was
country.
whispering like that sweet, sexy, nothing in our ears? Hey,
I'm
Andrew.
happily married. So here's the thing. I like what you had to say because over in other countries, they don't try to indoctrinate their kids. They don't. They believe in finding out what their proclivities are and directing them according to that. We in America uses our educational system as a target and a weapon against our next generation.
But wouldn't you want to empower the next generation?
Why? Because if you empower the next generation, that means they can come and take your seat.
Well, they're gonna be dead anyway.
I tell you, like I tell my
So why would you
students,
want to
I need
raise
you
a
to come
whole
for my seat.
nation of wimps?
I need you. See, that's why I'm not that kind of leader. I tell my students all the time, come for my seat. When it becomes available, I'm going to tell you because I'm ready for a new one.
Don said, girl, I'm in Ireland. We already know if you can eat haggis and drink beer all day, woman, Wolverines. I'm just saying. I heard
said
about
haggis to
the
beer.
girl. I heard what the Irish can do. Did you know there was some rough?
Yo, that's my favorite. That's my
Right?
favorite.
They got
I'm
leprechauns
sorry.
for a reason.
If you don't stop with the Lucky Charms, if you don't stop.
Shit, I heard about them women in
No,
Ireland.
that
Look,
bold and tenacious spirit and free.
The women in
I
Ireland and the
love
women in Israel is two type of women I wouldn't run up against. The number one, the women in Ireland gonna drink me under the table, so I can't hang with y'all anyway.
can't.
And then the women of Israel, they just want to kill you for no reason. Why? Because they have
Not
to.
Israel.
They gotta go to war. I mean, the army. I mean, civil servitude. What? They will.
But I don't see that much of a difference. I don't want to kill
I want to
nobody,
hang
but
with
I can.
I want to hang with the Irish people, the Ireland, because I heard they got Lucky Charms and stuff. They got beer that's
Lucretia,
green.
that is so wrong for so many levels.
What?
I don't even have
Just
time
take-
to discuss.
Just take me the hell away from the haggis. I don't want anything. I just want to see a leprechaun, see if it was real. I'm chasing him.
I cannot.
I'm looking for
Okay,
every
let's go
four-leaf
back to
clover.
the news because went
Every-
way left.
Every 4-leaf clover that's around there, I'll just honey, fish and chips. You must have believed.
Let's
Oh,
talk about Biden want to rebuild the wall.
what you mean fish and chips ain't fish and
Oh,
chips?
fish and chips is bomb. Don't be talking about people with fish and chips. That cod be crispy on the outside and
Cod.
be soft. That's what fish and chips is. It's cod.
What the hell? That's French fries.
The fish part is cod. The chips is the French fries.
That's
I'm just saying.
confusing. Well, why don't you just go get ruffles?
Okay, so Joe Biden wants to rebuild the wall.
Yeah, but we got 2 minutes left, so ain't no use us going no damn articles. What the hell? Rock on, Arizona. Give me some Ireland stuff. I know they got it's a dance. It's the dance. And what's some people that was like twirling around this big ass pole and was jumping in the green fields for no reason? It was a bunch of like midgets. What was the name of that? Safety dance.
Lucretia.
What it was a safety dance. Safe.
We get in trouble for that song.
Oh, we get in trouble. I would get in trouble for that song. You had midgets on stripping on a
Lucretia.
pole. It was the safety
That
dance.
is so wrong on so many levels.
Am I getting the wrong video?
No, you get wrong with the rhetoric.
I wasn't want to put the midgets in the video. What the hell was that?
I'm gonna need you to get saved right
It's like
now.
whip it.
I'm good.
Whip it good. Now I
you
know
get
what
saved.
hard sex is because they got whips and everything. You gotta listen to the songs nowadays. Safety dance. I wonder what the safety dance. That meant
It's
condoms.
been a long time coming, but I know.
River dance. Y'all gonna have arthritis in y'all feet. Why are you moving your feet that fast? You know you can do something with the upper part of your body too. You ain't gotta be doing all that with your hips. We tried that in the 80s. That's why a majority of us, take Dawn every day, and we gotta have like Epsom salt in our tub because we was trying to safety
I
dance.
do that because I'm in my 40s. That's why I got to have Epsom salt.
You said the Celtics? You talking about
Celtics.
the Celtics? I thought you were talking about the basketball teams. Trying to figure that. Girl, I heard about the Celtics. They prefer to call little people. Did you ask them?
Yes, thank you so much.
Did
Thank
you ask them?
Yes, that is the correct terminology.
Then why they don't use different poles when they strip? It's the same standard size pole.
I think you better let it go. Let it go, Cretia.
Who started this? Look,
Did.
It was Mike, and it was Andrew and Don.
Listen, don't
it was
pull
them.
our leadership stuff trying to blame
This is-
everybody and
this
not take
slaps.
ownership for your own stuff. Don't be
Irish
doing that.
pubs. You got tequila over there. I'm just asking before I never ever get a passport. Oh, you listen. She said, "Listen to their music. Give me something from Ireland."
I like.
What page are you looking at?
I'm. This is for Tracy.
Do the
give
women.
Give her Irish song.
Oh, Danny
ain't that like Bananarama? Bananarama was from Ireland, wasn't he?
I cannot.
Where was Bananarama from? What's a famous Irish group? Dude, you better not start dancing.
The Celtic women.
Look, I better not be hearing click clacking.
The Celtic women. They
I
were the
better
good.
not hear.
And I love their version of Danny Boy.
Click clacking. Go ahead. I better not hear a couple of feet just running around the stage for no damn reason. Very
I love
fast.
their version of Oh Danny Boy. That's
Go
a good
ahead,
one.
hurry up. What you got over there, Dave? Give the people at least one Irish jig.
I can do what my daughter does.
What?
One fine day after working hard, I was.
Is that a song, seriously?
Yeah, Irish
I'm trying to
stew.
get him to hurry up and give us a song.
Irish stew, just pull it in a pot because it's good for you, not a.
So what the hell am I supposed to call them, Doreen? Stop. They don't like to be called little people or midgets. What the hell we supposed to call y'all 2 PC?
People.
People what?
People.
People what?
People.
Little people?
Just like I don't want to be called a Negro or nigga. I want to be called a person.
Stop playing.
This turn sounds real good.
Go ahead, Dave. You gotta give me I remember the song. Give me the chorus. I can't believe y'all can dance to that. You can't do the 2-step at all. I gotta be drunk. Go ahead. Let it rip. Hey!
Oh, I remember this song now.
I don't know why I want green beer and I don't drink it.
We're going to lay hands on Creek tonight.
Come on, Doreen. Come on now. Don, that was for you and Mike. Mike, like, hell, I live like 1,000 miles from now.
Listen, after all this over, I want to plan a trip to Europe. So, yeah.
I ain't even got a passport. I want to see that big ass hole over there in Colorado. Was that Utah?
Are you talking about,
that
if you were
Nevada?
talking about the Grand Canyon,
Yeah,
I'm going to get real upset with you.
I really want to see the Grand Canyon.
It's in Colorado. But did you just call it the Big Hole?
Yeah, it's a big ass hole in the ground.
I'm gonna need you to get it together real quick.
So on that note, everybody, we ain't coming back on. Christian going to get 2 Long Island iced teas.
I'm gonna give you a bacon BLT with extra pickles and
you
tomato.
didn't even know. So we finna head that away and just get lit. Go ahead, Dave. You finna
Play
damn
something
song?
good.
I know it, dude.
Play something good. Dude.
We didn't even hear war, none of that. He's a hater today. Hey. On the move. USA. USA. We got Jerry curls. We had nut huggers and bell bottoms, okay? What y'all got over there? Lucky
I didn't have none. I
Charms.
was born during that time. I'm an 80s kid.
There's been so many things that's held us down. But now it look like things are finally coming around. Now this is literally gonna be like an open mic. They're gonna take all this shit and try to flip it. You know that, right? Yeah, what part of the song we at? No, song went down. Mike, you have to get off here. Take done with her Lucky Charms with you. I don't know. In the show, Cleveland, and it was not my fault. It was those foreigners over there, and somebody talk about little people and midgets. Yeah, what the hell? I come after that. Help me out.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in today. It has been our pleasure sharing you the news with
It ain't even that
Lucretia
strong.
Hughes.
It's
It's been a wonderful time. Vote Ivy for state champ.
Anybody remember songs? He came back on. USA. Ain't no. Why I'm having hot flashes? Oh, it was done and Mike. Y'all distractions.
You can't like this.
I done missed the whole outro. Cleveland, like, let me call her after the show. Please do. Holla, Faded to Black.
Here we go. She's on 5 to 7, 9 to 10 p.m. on the Range Broadcasting Fallback Productions. Talks about topics of the day and loves her country, the U.S. of A. Got her Get Right rally on tax day. Got Family Country Trump is her thing. She don't know the songs, gives Dave a hard time. Don't worry, it's fine. He's still her Valentine. Keeps us in the loop. Don't you know, sit back and enjoy the Lucretia Hughes Show.